Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. June 12th rally protest has come and gone, but the euphoria and the effect is still lingering as a prominent Nigerian living in the UK had come out to explain the moments, the pains, and the effects, what she felt in June 12th, what fellow Nigerians did to her. Quite a very sad one, I must say, but that's to tell you how the level of vexation Nigerians, both in Nigeria and in diaspora, are going through over this government dispensation. Don't forget that fairly recently, some hours ago, the presidency had at Islam the former president Olusegun Obasanjo for his role he played in Nigeria. Before we go to the news report to find out what it is, the pains this woman had to go through in the hands of Nigerians agitating in UK, would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, it's an interview. We're going to give you a set of the whole interview. The question was asked, said, you participated in the June 12th protest in London. Can you tell us what happened at the event? But the person who's talking, her name is Fastuna Anyanwu. Is a Nigerian London-based entrepreneur, publisher, and social commentator, and she talked about the pain she went through during the protest. When asked, this was the answer she gave. Said the June 12th protest, London protest, was mostly peaceful. There was well over 300 people with different flags and placards with different inscriptions and views. We joined from the side as they came through where we were waiting, and my husband went towards the front taking pictures and videos. I was carrying my 2-year-old son, and we were walking slowly in the procession, chanting and singing as we walked along. Out of nowhere, a lady asked me, "Why are you holding a Nigerian flag?" and whether I was proud of being a Nigerian. I said to her, "We are all not happy with what is happening. Isn't that why we all came out here to protest?" As I was speaking to her, about 6 others joined and began shouting, saying different things at me, but I ignored them. Suddenly, they started pushing me, but the police were quick. When my husband saw what was happening, he ran to us. They also attacked him. We had to stop and leave with the police. The question was another question was asked. So why did you decide to take your 2-year-old son with you to protest? Why were you not worried about his safety? She answered, the UK is a civilized and organized society. Peaceful protests are policed and organized. It's a norm for families, young and old, to join in on peaceful protest here. So yes, I wasn't worried about her safety. And that person asked, so can you tell the identities, tribes of your attackers, and do you think they were hired or paid to disrupt the protest? She answered, the attackers were pro-Oduduwas. I don't think they were hired or paid to disrupt the protest. The protest was for all Nigerians to come with their grievances and to raise awareness of what is happening on ground. Like I said, the crowd had a mixture of several fractions: Biafra agitators, Oduduwa agitators, and other concerned Nigerians like me who were not happy with what was going on at home. Unfortunately, the protest was hijacked by overzealous secessionists of Biafra and Oduduwa, and every other person's voice was drowned out. They asked her again, how did the UK police handle your confrontation with your attackers, and how do you think the Nigerian police would have handled the situation if it had happened in Nigeria? She answered, the UK police were all lined up on the road. The police quickly moved in to de-escalate the situation and got me out of the situation and dispersed the attackers. They made sure I was okay before allowing me to go. I don't think the Nigerian police are trained to de-escalate situations. What they know is aggression and to shoot at people at the least provocation. They would have made the situation worse. He now asked her another question. What is your view on IPOB and the government crackdown on them? Here is her reply. Agitation is both a democratic and a human right of citizens. The indigenous people of Biafra IPOB has the right to freely express their dissatisfaction and intention to self-determine as long as they don't break any laws. And to my knowledge, they haven't broken any laws that warrant the government to proscribe them as terrorists. The high-handedness of the government in dealing with IPOB again exposes the nepotic nature of the present administration. I asked her again, how do you think Nigeria should be run? What are your expectations of the government? She replied, first of all, the three arms of government should be independently and efficiently run. At the moment, we only have the executive arm running the country as if we are still in a military regime. Sadly, we have lawmakers who don't have a clue of what their role is in the government. And the judiciary is appointed by the corrupt executive, making it its extended arm instead of holding the government to account. In effect, what we have at the moment is not democracy, and that's the first and major problem right now. When the issue of the type of government we have is sorted, then I think Nigeria should go back to regional government with power devolved from the federal government. This way, each region will be able to take control of their resources and define their future. And if in the future any region still wants to leave, then it's only be right to allow them to go. My God, this is summary of the problem of Nigeria in a nutshell. This is a Nigerian who is staying in the United Kingdom. The interview is quite enormous, quite big actually. Could go on and on and on, but let's stop here in the interview because she said quite a lot. Now she said something about her being attacked during the protest of June 12th, and she didn't believe her eyes. She was carrying the Nigerian flag. Don't forget that some days back to a Nigerian, a Miss Nigerian representing Nigeria for I think African pageant somewhere in Russia, took this flag stained Nigerian flag that was stained with blood. There is a lot of outcry because of that flag. A lot of things went down. Now she actually carried her Nigerian flag, though she came out to register her displeasure over how the country is being run. But the other group, the pro-Biafran group, the pro-Oduduwa Agitators, that were all, according to her, said they were mixed, all put it together, mistook her carrying the flag with pride as she's comfortable with what is going on. She was like, why are you carrying the Nigerian flag? Are you happy what is going on in Nigeria? Before she could even explain herself, saying, we're all here to show our grievances, that's not why we are here, and all that. They really bounced on her. But it was good to note that on the sidelines were the UK police officers waiting to de-escalate any issues that is up and running. And that brings us to the issue of protest in Nigeria. The truth is, in Nigeria, we because of how a protest is being handled, more often than not, rather than it being handled, it degenerates to something chaotic. So most times people dread the protest. Look at how the hashtag answer that started as a peaceful protest ended up becoming something else. Infrastructures were burned, social amenities were burned, lives were lost. At some point, it became a dreaded thing to protest simply because just probably, our security agencies need to go through the training of the escalating tense situation. In Nigeria, that would have been a different matter. Maybe by now they would have maybe the UK would have been recording so many casualties. But it's good to note maybe we could learn one or two things in the way the foreign countries deal with their citizens, because there's still the right to protest. You can't take that away from Nigerians. That's where we go wrap.